Hey guys, hope you are doing well. I am the voice narrator for this tutorial. In this tutorial I will teach you how to get moody dark tones and take your photos from this to this. These techniques can also be done in Adobe Camera Raw if you are a Photoshop user. Let's get started. First, we will increase the contrast slider to the max in order to make the photo pop. This is a very crucial step in achieving moody dark tones. By increasing the contrast, we lost some details in highlights and shadows, so we will recover these details using the highlights and shadows slider. After this, we will increase the saturation to the max. You may be wondering why I increased the saturation to the max and made the photo look ugly as hell. I increased the saturation to 100 so that we can achieve color depth in the areas where there is less color, and we will control the saturation of each color individually using the HSL color panel later. Or you might be not wondering at all about it, and I just assumed it. Anyway, after increasing the saturation to the max, let's move on to HSL panel. In the HSL color panel, first I will start adjusting the color saturation and mainly decreasing the saturation until I achieve desired results. First, I will start desaturating the cool tones. Now I will desaturate the warm tones, but I will keep warm tones more saturated as compared to the cool tones in order to maintain the color separation and color hierarchy. Now I will adjust the luminance levels of individual colors in order to make some colors bright and some colors dark to add color contrast. I will readjust saturation as colors change when you change their luminance levels. Now I will adjust the hue of colors to add color harmony. I'm again adjusting the saturation in order to get the desired saturation level. Now we will move to the color grading panel in order to color grade the photo and add even more color contrast by using complementary color technique. First, I will start with shadows. In the shadows, I will choose a cool blue color. And for the highlights, I will choose a warm color such as yellow. Adding cool color and shadows and warm color and highlights will create color separation and photo will look more eye-pleasing. I am not getting high amount of warm color in the highlight, so I will increase the amount by using the balance slider. Here is before and after the color grade. And here is before and after HSL color adjustments. And here is the before and after the photo edit. Now I am seeing noise in the photo, so I will do some noise reduction which will make the photo more professional looking. I keep the detail at 15 almost on every photo. I will also reduce the color noise as I am seeing color banding. This will smooth out the colors. Now I will add sharpness to the photo to make it obviously more sharp. I will now move on to the local adjustment in order to add more contrast and drama to the photo. First, I will select the radial gradient tool to add depth around the subject. Create a radial gradient on the subject and invert the mask so that it will only affect the outer side. Now, I will reduce the exposure of the radial gradient in order to make the outside area more dark. I am also increasing the black slider a little bit in order to recover detail in the blacks, as by reducing the exposure, detail in the dark areas were lost. Here is before and after the radial gradient. Now I will create another adjustment layer in which I will select the sky. Now I will reduce the sky exposure in order to add more drama in the sky. And is the before and after the local adjustments. Now I will adjust the white balance a little bit. And here is the before and after again. Now we will edit few more photos using the same technique. I will press on the previous button. This will copy all the settings from the previous photo which we edited to this one so that we don't have to edit the photo again from scratch. After copying the settings, I will make few changes as not all photos are same, so one photo setting may not fit another photo. Usually you have to make changes in the HSL color panel and adjust the white balance of the photo. I will start by reducing the orange slider as I am seeing too much orange tone, especially in the skin. Now I am adding a little bit of yellow to even out skin tones. I will also raise the orange luminance level in order to make the subject pop, as skin tones mostly lie in the orange color range. I am reducing other colors' luminance in order to add depth to the photo. Orange was desaturated a bit too much and made the skin tones lifeless, so I am adding a little bit orange back. Now I will change the hue of yellow color and move it towards orange, as I am aiming to achieve subtle teal and orange color grade. Now we will move towards the local adjustments. As you can see, the radial and sky filter already copied from the previous photo we edited. I will now adjust the radial filter which better suits this photo. Now I will select the sky filter and made the adjustments to the sky as it is now look too vibrant, due to which we are losing focus from the subject. I will now create linear gradient adjustment filter from the bottom and darken the photo. This will add more focus on our main subject. Now I will adjust the exposure of the overall photo as the photo seems a little bit bright. Radial filter seems too short, so it is creating a spotlight effect which we don't want as it makes the photo look edited. So I am increasing the size of the radial filter in order to make it more subtle. And here is before and after the edit. I am now resetting the white balance as it was copied from the previous photo, and we don't want that as every photo has different white balance. Now I am seeing magenta color on the skin tone, so I will move to the HSL color panel and reduce the magenta saturation. Now let's move on to the next photo edit, and we will now edit some nature photo in order to show the diversity of this technique. Like previously, I will copy the settings from the previous photo so that we can get a head start in the editing process. As you can see, I get a warning saying no sky detected. It is because there is no sky in the photo, even though the photo is taken from the sky. Now, like previous edit, I will adjust the colors in the HSL color panel. I will also increase the shadows and adjust the highlights and whites as the photo is a bit too dark. Like previously, I will reset the white balance of the photo which was copied from the previous photo. Here is before and after HSL color adjustment. I am increasing the green tones as the trees seems a bit too desaturated. Here is before and after color grading. It's a subtle change but makes a big impact on overall photo unification. Here is the before and after. Now let's move on to our final photo edit and copy the settings from previous edit. Again, reset the white balance first. Now move to the HSL color panel to make the color adjustments. First, I will fix the hue, saturation, and luminance of the skin tones in order to make skin tones more pleasing and natural. Now I will adjust the aqua, blue, and purple colors to make the water more teal. In the color grading panel, I will add more blue color in the shadows area in order to make the water more blue, as majority of the water luminance levels lie in the shadows areas. I will also adjust the hue and move it more towards teal color. Here is before and after color grading. Now, let's go to the local adjustments and move the radial filter to the subject's face. I am also adding linear gradient filter at the bottom to make the subject pop by reducing the exposure, just like in one of our previous edit. Now I am adding another linear gradient from the top and darken it a bit. Here are before-after local adjustments. And here is before after the photo edit. Thank you guys for watching this Lightroom tutorial. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the like button. If you have any question regarding this tutorial, leave it in comment section. I will try my best to reply. Have a great day. I love you.